Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is me, a true and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, where last time we learnt a very, very important lesson, which is, just because Connor's dead, it doesn't mean we're safe. Because of course, you may recall that Caddoc II, currently the Duke of Brittany over here, once upon a time, he was the loveliest man who ever lovelied, alright? He was patient and he was temperate and he was kind and all of that business. And then Connor may have slightly used a dark ritual to, you know, put him under his control. Then he went satanic, then at some point he went cannibal, and then he ate the old king. Also, I really like this, by the way. If you look at how much he actually likes me, you'll notice that his opinion of predecessor is -2. So basically, Duke Caddoc II currently is not desperately happy because he thinks, I don't know, Hector wasn't flipping tasty enough, I suppose. And speaking of which, I've realised there's another small problem here, which is, there's a bunch of new kids coming through at some point or other. Like, you know, a bunch of new children coming up, need to actually get themselves, you know, married at some point. Now, there's a small problem with all of the incoming new generation, and that is, we're not quite sure how many of them are actually secretly the children of Connor. You see, officially, Connor only had 5 children, but, the number's a little bit higher than that, actually. So obviously, we know that all of Stronglass's children are all, in fact, the children of Connor, as are all of the children of Hellfire, I assume, but I honestly can't remember how many of Hector's children are likely to actually be Connor's. So basically, until further notice, probably until a full generation's passed, we should just kind of assume that every single child in the court is actually just Connor's child. And for the moment at least, try and avoid any form of marriage within our faction whatsoever. Like, for the moment, every single person has to marry someone outside of our faction, because there's just too much danger. Even if it looks like people are from completely different sides of the family tree, they're actually probably half-siblings, because I'm beginning to suspect that literally every child belongs to Connor, and given what Caddoc just did, quite frankly, I'm starting to be worried they might be sleeper agents for Satan. Oh, while we're on the family tree, by the way, I had an idea for resurrecting John's line. So, the grandchildren of John may not actually work out, but he has great-grandchildren. They don't show up here, but they are actually there. Not many, actually. A surprising number of John's grandchildren went to go and join various militant holy orders. But I believe this one here, you've got yourself, no, not relations, family. You've got yourself 2 children. So this girl is the great-granddaughter of John the Expansive by blood, alright? She is not currently betrothed, she is 20, depressed, but also, yeah, she's got a bit of bonus fertility there. Brawny, which is welcome, and ambitious. Yeah, she'll do the job for somebody, so I would love to arrange a marriage for her. How about we start figuring that out? Where even are you right now? Oh yeah, you're just up in Scotland somewhere, because we kind of chased large parts of our faction off to Scotland during the terror of King Connor. Yeah, I remember all of this. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone good to, marry to her right now, so we might have to wait for a couple of kids to come through. So actually, we could betroth right now. She's only 20, hang on. Let's get betrothed here. We've probably got some good kids coming through who are not so very important. No, sadly, won't even say yes to Iliad, who is, I believe, second cousin to the current queen. Bit too far removed. Would prefer matrilineal, even though she's, a girl and not the eldest child, but alright, we'll come back to that when we get some new people in. Yeah, we do have a problem here. A problem with Yuselass II, which is, she's only got one half-brother, who's actually not currently at her court. He's off over there somewhere. Mother's already married, and a single son. And Yuselass is already 40. So chance of her getting another child out seems limited. And this child's already been immediately betrothed over towards, France. Purely to actually make sure we could lock down an alliance with the French to protect ourselves from the many weak claims that are likely to be incoming any flipping time soon. To the Kingdom of Cornwall, let's just say there's a fair few people who have actually got claims on the Kingdom of Cornwall. Yeah, quite a few. Quite a few indeed. So, yeah, probably good we keep up a good alliance with France just in case. Still, let's not focus on the negatives. There's plenty of positives floating around here. Our empire is looking nice and big, alright? Cornwall is now written in lovely big letters on the map, alright? Not quite the bold of Norway or France yet, but we'll flipping get there. And more importantly, yeah, we got ourselves some powerful vassals who seem to be mostly okay with us. Duchess is okay with us, obviously. Yeah, Hellfire is more than okay with us, and Cadoc's okay for now, but then he was okay with Hector, so maybe don't believe that. We'll look at dealing with him at some point. And for the time being, the combined strength of all of my dukes is less than my actual strength, so we're pretty safe. Ooh, this leads very nicely into a brand new episode of Let's Talk all about the things that John got wrong, which actually contains things that I got wrong, sort of got wrong, and didn't get wrong, but you guys think it's wrong, and I'll explain why. Let's start off with that last one, because it's the most interesting. So, a fair few people have been mentioning for quite some time, John, why exactly have you not moved your capital over to here, to Brittany? Because the Duchy of Brittany is great, because it's like a duchy that's got like 6 counts in it, so you could provide more bonuses and diddly-diddly-dee. I fully acknowledge that would be the best way to min-max this game, but I'm not min-maxing this game. Sorry, that's just not how I like to play this sort of thing. You know what? I'm Cornwall. I'm Cornwall. You know what my dynasty is? My dynasty is literally the word for Cornwall in Cornish. So, you know what? I kind of feel like I want Cornwall to be my capital. That's just how I want to play this, because I am the mighty kingdom of Cornwall, and I want Cornwall and its capital in Cornwall to spread across the world. So I fully acknowledge it probably would be slightly better for me if I were to move the capital. That's just not how I like to play. You know, I like to actually, you know, roleplay through this whole sort of thing, and I'm roleplaying as Cornwall, damn it, so we're staying in Cornwall. So I don't really consider that one a thing John got wrong. A thing that John did get wrong, however, or rather slightly misunderstood, was people saying, John, why do you always rush to Middlesex when you attack England? It's because when Scotland and Norway were fighting a war at some point, I saw Scotland take the Norwegian capital and capture, like, the Queen of Norway and a bunch of family members, and it gave them a whole giant pile of war score. So, basically, I was rushing to Middlesex because the actual map was telling me when I was clicking on the characters, oh yeah, all of the family and the King of England and his heir and everything, they're all located in the capital, in Middlesex. So I always rush straight there. But what I'm told in the comments is apparently the chance of you actually capturing them is, like, really, really tiny. Like, Scotland got super lucky. Normally they are spirited away through secret passages or whatever. Your chance of actually catching them is really, really low. So instead, you should always be going for whatever the actual target of the war is first, because if you're holding what the target of the war is, the war score will slowly tick up in your favour slowly over time. So do that first, then maybe go for the enemy's capital, because you might get lucky, but it's far from guaranteed. The biggest one, however, and the one I should actually explain a bit more fully is, and by the way, I do not apologise for misunderstanding this, because how territory changes hands in Crusader Kings 2 is slightly more complicated than brain surgery. So let me give you an example here, using Wessex. Let's say, for the sake of argument, one of these people who had a claim to the Duchy of Wessex was actually willing to move to my court. If they were to move to my court, because all of these people are not actually of my dynasty, if I were just to march into Wessex and set them up as the Duke, just, you know, straight up, the moment they arrive, straight away do that, then as a result, they would be the new Duke of Wessex, but Wessex would remain part of England, reporting in to the King of England, because there's no reason that person works for me. They haven't sworn any form of loyalty to me, they're not of my dynasty, etc, etc, etc. However, there are two ways to get around that. One is if the person is part of my dynasty. If someone of my actual dynasty has a claim, it doesn't matter where it is, if I push that claim, they come and join me. With the only exception being if they are not allowed to come and join me by the rules of feudalism. So for example, because I am a king, or rather a queen at this exact moment in time, only dukes and counts can report into me. So I can basically take any claim on any duchy and any county in the entire world by anyone who's actually part of my dynasty, and if I push that claim, they will start working for me. That territory will be pulled in to the Empire of Cornwall. Absolutely spot on and lovely. For people who are not part of my dynasty, I actually have to make them my vassal first. It doesn't matter what level though. I was under the impression they needed to own territory of an equivalent level within your empire in order for the territory you are taking over in another empire to move over. That's wrong. That's how it works in inheritance. I'll explain inheritance in a minute. All I need to do instead, if someone comes into my territory who's not part of my dynasty, is basically land them in any way. So just give them any tiny county, and then push into Wessex, and at that point, Wessex will flip to me because that person already works for me. The only rule being, once again, the territory I'm taking over needs to be lesser than my current highest primary title. So because I'm queen, therefore I can basically push anyone else's claim on any duchy and any county just like I could with members of my own dynasty, but as long as that person is landed, only then will they actually move the territory into my territory. So Wessex could be brought into the Empire of Cornwall if and only if I could get someone to move to the court and then I land them and then I push the claim. So it's a bit easier than I thought it was. Now, the reason I got a bit confused is because inheritance works slightly differently, which is, let's say for the sake of argument that the actual heir to Wessex gets brought over to my court, like somehow I managed to get them into my court. And I give that person just a little county, just give them this tiny county up here, so they're actually a landed vassal of mine. And then the Duke of Wessex just dies, and as a result, my vassal count actually inherits the Duchy of Wessex. Now, under those circumstances, the fact that he's already sworn loyalty to me doesn't count for anything. Instead, the person will just compare the title and say, okay, which title is better? Oh, a duchy is higher than a county, therefore I will just move over to Wessex and that will become my primary title, and he will take the county with him. So at that point, you'd actually lose that county to England. So you've got to watch out for your own vassals having inheritances abroad that might actually pull territory out of your realm. Sorry, I know that was a bit complicated to explain, but it was very important we actually explain that one because, you know, it's a very significant part of the game. And kind of, I knew most of that in the back of my head, but I think I finally got it clear, though I'm looking forward to all the comments saying, no, John, you've completely got it flipping backwards. Anyway, let's crack on, shall we? That's probably enough explaining. Now, hopefully, I understand both inheritance and taking territory a lot better. So, let's talk about Queen Yuselass and what we want to do with her. Because, to be honest, she's already 40. She's already 40, she's not achieved desperately much. We're probably not going to do great things with Queen Yuselass the Useful. Instead, Queen Yuselass the Useful will be a marvellous tutor to the next generation, alright? She is going to train up the next generation and look out for the next super awesome kid. Admittedly, the last time we did that, we ended up with Connor. But this time, it's not going to turn into insane, satanic, sacrificing daughter, sleeping with everybody madness. Okay, that's not going to happen a second time. And what I've really got my eye on in the long run is Empire. I want to set up my own empire because there's only so long we can just basically have everybody in Cornwall and these dukes reporting into me. I would love to actually have multiple kingdoms and all of them just working for me as an emperor. That would just be absolutely flipping marvellous. But to do that, there's one, well, slightly obscure barrier, which is you need 8,000 prestige. Now that's a lot of flipping prestige. So let's talk about how we generate prestige. Fortunately, there's one nice simple way of actually making some prestige, which is creating the titles we're going to need to create to have an empire. You need 3 separate kingdoms, 8,000 prestige and 1,000 gold to actually create the empire. So creating a kingdom gives you, yeah, basically 400 prestige in one go. So creating the Kingdom of Brittany down there, there's 400. If I were to create the Kingdom of Ireland, that's another 400. Meanwhile, there's a couple of duchies floating around in Wales that can also just be created for 200 apiece. So I think I've got about 1,000 prestige locked in right there. Some of the decisions I can make are also worth just a handful of bits and pieces. So if I'm just basically, constantly taking part in feasting and summer fairs and whatever, that generally adds, there we go. So monthly prestige up just a tiny amount, but it doesn't really cost very much, so I'm just very careful about holding constant feasts in the winter, constant fairs in the summer, all of that business. That's not so bad. Also, bear in mind, the actual equipment I'm just carrying around in terms of what's currently in the treasury, excluding, like, you know, the various trash from King Iliad we haven't got around to throwing out, these scepters and swords and whatever, they're not very good. It's probably worth us saving up some money, trashing this stuff, and buying some much better stuff, because I think this stuff was created when some of it was made when I was actually possibly even just an earl. Some of this stuff possibly dates right back to Cadog, and the rest of it was definitely made when I was a duke, not a king, and it was the cheap stuff. We should save up some money and buy some really, really nice equipment, alright? A really fancy crown, because, hang on, monthly prestige, a much better crown might get me prestige a lot faster. Meanwhile, my next ruler needs to come in already with a big pile of prestige. If I spot a promising young kid, I could give them one of the Welsh duchies, like, immediately, because that's just extra prestige for them. And the other thing, of course, is that promising young kid needs to be married to somebody, ideally, yeah, a connection to maybe an emperor in the Byzantines or the Holy Roman Empire, purely for the bonus prestige there. So, we're starting to set up some prestige here. We're starting to set up the prestige. But, first, we need to actually take Ireland, because the Scottish plan ain't working out. The kids are useless, and they've all been matrimonially married. So as a result of that, Scotland's probably not falling into our hands anytime soon. That means Ireland needs to fall to me. And conveniently, I've actually got myself a couple of people floating around I might be able to demonstrate the whole taking other people's claims thing with right now. See, this guy here is the husband of the actual Countess of Desmond down there. He's got himself a claim on Sildara. And hang on, that's actually that's a weak claim. Why can you actually attack Sildara right now? Oh, this is interesting. There is an adult male, but does him being on pilgrimage mean that apparently, I guess that must be the case. Apparently, yeah, pilgrimage works in the same way as there's a child or a woman or someone who's incapacitated on the throne. If they're away on pilgrimage, the territory is deemed to be vulnerable. Well, I might be going on a pilgrimage shortly. I have been told to go on one by my religious order. But that's fine. My territory was already vulnerable because, you know, Queen and all of that business. So, Sildara is now up for grabs. So if we just go over to you momentarily. There you go. Just read the tooltip, because the tooltip does explain this. It's just, you know, sometimes I don't read things. So, I can basically push his claim right now. If Queen Yuselass, so if I myself hold a higher tier title and is of the same dynasty as this guy, or if I am the de jure liege of the county of Sildara, then at that point, he'll just automatically become my vassal. So neither of those things is true, because while I hold the higher tier rank, he's not of the same dynasty, and Sildara does not fall within my de jure territory, which is another circumstance under which someone will just automatically join my territory because, you know, it's the right and proper thing to do. So this guy, I'm going to need to get him inside my territory to actually offer him some land. The problem is, I'm not sure. Oh, can I actually give you land already? Yes, good. So even though you're technically over here, you're good enough. So what I want to do is give him the most useless thing I can come up with. And the most useless thing I can come up with is this territory up here. It's just not very good, to be honest. It's relatively poor. It doesn't produce that many troops. So as a result of that, I'm just going to give that away so he becomes landed and basically starts working for me. Right, so he's now officially become a count reporting directly into me. He is officially, you know, sworn loyalty to me and whatever. He works for me now. And that means I can push his claim and he will then take over this territory along with this territory, and that will all be marvellous. So as a result of that, let's actually now get him set up right there. There's our guy, beautiful. So, we can now claim that tiny territory. France could be invited in. Honestly, we don't need them to. The council are perfectly happy with this to happen. It's a very small thing, really. Send! And there we go. Don't worry, I don't need to bother actually summoning in the allies or anything. Speaking of which, I should probably call it the military. And get some new retinues actually trained. I assume retinues are, like, specific to each person, because, yeah, my retinues just sort of gone missing. So either I accidentally broke it down at some point, or it changes over when the actual rule changes over. I'm not sure which, one or the other. But that's fine, because a lot of people are saying, hey, actually, the really numerous kind of light infantry trash retinues are not what you want. You want the stuff that's heavy and that you can't get otherwise. So, you know, as you're a Breton, probably a good idea to actually use this as an opportunity to get a bunch of, like, heavy cavalry, because heavy cavalry is amazing, but it's really hard to get. So I'll probably take care of that in a second. For the time being, just, yeah, make my personal levies actually stand up. I shouldn't need much, to be honest. I think this guy's only got himself, what was it, like, yeah, 1,350. This is more than enough. You guys stand down. Right, you guys just head over there and we'll get time ticking along. He immediately decided to raise his troops and, yep, don't worry, I'm just arranging some small marriages in the background. Nothing major, just some little side characters. And, ooh, let's go through the gardens. Ah, yes, I was visiting a rose garden, wasn't I? So, 60% chance of green fingers for +1 learning, or dirty hands 40% chance. And what have I just managed to pick up there? That looks like green fingers to me. Good, learning +1. Oh, yes. She's quite the warrior queen as our Queen Yuselass. She will protect us. It's marvellous. Right, everyone just head over there. You're presumably heading into this territory. Just wait for everyone else to move across, please. Yeah, he moves straight to that territory. Interestingly, even though my vassals are actually under attack, they can't be asked to actually, you know, like, rise up or defend themselves. Nah, can't be bothered, mate. Right, now, speaking of which, I'm going to be needing some lovely commanders here. So, straight up just move in and intercept them to kick their asses, just to make sure they can't cause any problems. After we've just basically kicked their ass a couple of times, we should be... Oh, we've got ourselves more kings coming in as well. Prince Disaster. Okay, is that actually yours, or... Yes, hopefully this is yours. Hopefully this is all absolutely fine, okay? The age of us questioning the paternity of every single child in the realm is gone, alright? Get over it, John, it's cool. Though just because I like the naming protocol and the father is Prince Disaster, I'm calling the son Catastrophe. Yay! Right, on you flipping go. Let's go smash these guys and then we'll just go take this territory. This should be a very short war. And speaking of young Iliad, he has learnt all the basic skills. Basic skills isn't great, to be honest. Tough soldier. Right, Iliad, Mab Hector. So one of Hector's children's just come of age and he is incredibly uninspiring. Great. Well, let's just get him married off. Honestly, no one spectacular floating around, so just some random courtier from the papacy who happens to have, yeah, bit of bonus fertility and quick. Sure, we'll give that a go. Ah, yes, and of course, because I actually happen to be, you know, good at the whole religious order type of thing, I'm actually going to try and make... Wait, he's not actually my son, but apparently, yeah, maybe I was... Was I maybe teaching him? I don't know, but maybe I can make him a little bit better. Well, they're married regardless, and he has strived to follow the rule of St. Benedict, become a better man. Okay, I knew he could do it. He loses the trait. No, Lustful's one of the only good ones. That means more children. Bloody St. Benedict, fine, whatever. At least this war's probably going pretty well, all things considered. So yeah, at this point, we're just crushing their centre. They should be down to very little. See them off momentarily. Lovely. People arriving at court. Good victory there. Already up to 23%. He obviously has to naff off. We're just going to go straight into the actual territory. Take that. And yeah, that should fall in no time at all. Beautiful. Oh, small problem. Small problem here. Lan of the Munsterian Revolt has declared Lan of Munsterian Revolt's war for Munster on Duchess... Oh dear. Right. Have you not done a good job keeping your guys actually safe right now? Because, I don't know... Okay, hang on, seriously. What have you done? You've only got 3 vassals, alright? However... Well, I guess you used to have more. Right, I'm gonna guess that you didn't really like working for the Duchess of Munster then. Right, okay. How many troops have you got? 900 odd. Okay, how about you? How many troops have you got? 1,000. So basically it's probably going to come down to... yeah, the actual territory they fight on and the commanders. So, good luck. Good luck with this. Honestly, wait, do I actually have a horse in this race? Like, if this person just takes over and becomes the Duchess, does it affect me in any way? See, technically, I'm not actually in this war. It's happening between my vassals, because while I could enforce vassal peace, I haven't been. Right now, so far, my vassals have been peaceful. Right! So I'm starting to see the problem of having vassals, which is the bastards repeatedly insist on, like, having wars with each other. Great! So, yeah, I'm not sure what she's hoping to get out of this. Like, does she want to become the Duchess, or does she just want to, like, become independent? Or rather, not independent, but, like, reporting directly to me, rather than reporting to her current duke, which is what I wanted. I once fought a war to do that. So, yeah, I'm not going to stand in her way. She wants to do that, that's fine. But I can't help but notice things are going a little bit, yeah, dodgy up north, presumably, because she decided to pull her troops home, because, like, you know, there's a revolt going on right now. So... oh dear. It would appear there's a slight problem going on with, yeah, the Mercia situation. So, England's finally managed to rally and kick Mercia's ass. And Mercia is now my friend. How well was that war going? Because you were doing really well in that war just like 2 minutes ago. Oh, you poor bastards. It was 83% in your favour, and now you're going to start losing fast. Technically, I could actually join this war. I could just go in, join this war, and make sure these guys win. And probably that'd be the holy thing to do, to be honest. That would be 100% holy, because this is the war, because this guy's excommunicated, which gives us a right to just basically walk into his house and start trashing his stuff, because, like, he's not a proper Catholic anymore or something. And, like, it's holy, and the Pope would like me for doing it. So, Yeah, I could do that. That's 100% fine. Let's just declare war on this bastard. Sorry, guys, we're back again. Oh, no, I can't because I've actually got the levies raised right now. Right, I will come in and help in a minute. Alright, I will be right there. I just need to win this stupid war first. So, Mercia has its ass kicked and backs off. And oh, right, so this is just one of the bastard children of probably... Actually, I think she was a bastard child from Hector, but she has died in childbirth. Okay, it's not a big deal. That's all absolutely fine. Crack on with the war. And, oh yeah, all my new training grounds and whatever are actually popping up because I want Wales to be a flipping powerhouse. And, oh yes! Yes, I remember. So, yeah, you had a bit of a crisis of mortality at the age of 40. So, I'm not sure whether we really necessarily want her to chase immortality. Like, even if it's possible, do we want this woman to be immortal? I'm not going to say I believe in the stories, but we have picked up some promising information. However, we could do with some supplies if we're to journey even further. In fact, I'd like to send word to hire scouts in certain more distant regions if we're to follow the lead to continue this mission. Of course, there are other ways to reach eternity, he sighs. When you open your mouth to respond, indignantly he interrupts you. I suppose the attitude comes with the job, mistress. My apologies. Okay. Right. What do we do? I could spruce up the armory, just give 163 gold to cheer him up. Spend 500 gold to basically... No. I think it's actually time to start wrapping up this quest for immortality. I don't want you to be immortal. I should have just taken content when that popped up. Oh dear. Right, you, recover as best you can. As soon as this war is over... Are you about to come over to here or whatever? Because I will trash you in a second. Oh, bloody hell. Right, I might need to speed this up. Yeah, he's going straight back down over here. And this person is weirdly just chilling out and not actually going to attack the area she's, like, at war with. So that war's just a stalemate right now. She's raised troops, but she's not doing anything. You're naffing off over here for some reason. You are going straight over here. Yes, you are. Except, wait, are you coming to attack these people? Is that what you're doing right now? Yes! Right, so the rebel army is about to be trashed by... That really works for me, actually. This guy's just come and said, haha, we'll teach them. We'll trash their armies down in the south of Ireland that have been left isolated. No, actually. They were rebels. Well done. You've just helped me out quite a lot. And build a war chest is done. Spot on. So now I've got myself a big old pile of money. Right, next ambition. Paragon of Virtue. That should be pretty easy to do, to be honest, given I'm actually in a holy order right now. Yes, let's become a Paragon of Virtue. Marvellous. So, momentarily we'll be able to just... Oh yeah, just move in. Move in and finish that off, please. We'll take a handful of losses. Right, we've won there. And those guys, did you just get beaten, by the way? Hang on. Who actually won that one? It looks like you didn't do so well. No, the rebels did just have their ass kicked. So now at this point, these guys... Did you have your ass kicked by the... Oh, that'd be why they rebelled. The English, while I wasn't paying attention, must have kicked the ass of the invading forces of Munster. And as a result of that, the Countess saw her opportunity. Yeah, I see what happened there. I see. Right, at this point, Mercia, your job is probably to, yeah, just try and keep that war going by just taking as much territory as you can down south. Keep the English dancing. I will wrap up this war as fast as I can. Once this war's wrapped up, I will come and join you and we'll trash England together because trashing England is fun. Also, successful jihad for Africa. Sicily, I think, has lost a large part of its African holdings. Yeah, Sicily used to hold, like, all of this. So now that is all gone. Fine. So Sicily, not having a good day, all things considered. France doing brilliantly, by the way. France just expanding further and further into Spain. Poor Spain. And you know what? It's fine. It's keeping France busy. There's another battle right there. Did we just take that territory? Yeah, only one more to go. Already, actually, 96%. People are saying you don't have to be 100%. Sometimes they will accept it anyway. So if I try and enforce my demands... no, actually. No, apparently not. They're not willing to accept it 96%. We got ourselves another big scrap here. That is... It's the same thing again. This guy is just killing my rebellions for me, which is just absolutely beautiful. And oh my goodness, I get another puppy. Yes, I will accept this gracious gift. I love a puppy. Puppies are great. Health +1, diplomacy +1. Oh yeah. Right, so Faithful, Hunter, or Tricky? I think Faithful. We've had a Hunter, we've had a Tricky, so this dog will be called Faithful, which is a good name because, you know, Yuselass is an honourable, God-fearing woman. Aside from the occasional moment she has a bit of a slip-up and basically starts worrying about immortality and whatever and trying to find the Fountain of Youth. But, you know, mostly she's God-fearing. So, we're going to say Faithful there. And yeah, at this point... Oh, hang on, where did you get these troops from? Hang the flip on here. Who else just joined this fight? Meanwhile, there's just a daughter popped out of disappointment. Canna's nice, but I'll go for Canna instead. There we go. And, oh yeah, we're just getting more and more troops here. I really want to know where you just got all these troops from, to be honest. Ah! Mercia showed up and helped. Mercia's getting involved as well. This is just fascinating stuff here. Right, there's still 1,293 defenders for the time being. I'd rather not. Ooh. I have just got all this new infrastructure. You guys together, if you actually just spend a little bit of time recharging, you might be able to beat the English on favourable ground. Well, you'd be able to if... That's Munster. That is a force of Munster right there, but Munster's forces are still not strong enough to actually win against the rebellion. But I can't go and help out with the rebellion because I'm not sure I've actually got the right to join in with the war. Let's see if I can actually offer assistance to the Duchess. And I can offer to join the war. Okay, so I can go and do that momentarily. This place is, yep, that's at 100%. Right, let's get this sorted out. Offer peace, enforce the demands. Now, time to see if I was actually right. So, what has just happened there is, yes, this guy, even though he was not actually of my dynasty and that it was not within my de jure lands, because I actually landed him ahead of time, we have actually managed to secure this territory, and this bit of land now belongs to me, slowly mopping up more and more of Ireland. Now, here's the thing. I'm happy for him to have this, and this guy loves me right now, and you are not a powerful vassal. I'm sorry, but you're not. And just to make sure you understand you're not, I would now like to revoke this title off him. So he can have the other one. That's fine. And that'll be... The problem is, that's him minus 60, but all other vassals minus 15. But I don't want him to keep this. Because all of Wales and Cornwall, I would prefer to belong to me. And I must have 50 prestige and can't revoke it before... I've got to let him actually have that for... Wait. Can't revoke this grand title before... Okay, I guess I'll wait 6 days then. And then we'll just do it. Because apparently... I'm not sure what timer that was on. There you go. So we're going to send that to you. And he's got to accept. He'd be an idiot not to. I've literally just... Right. Okay. I guess we're doing it this way then. So I've just kicked off a small rebellion. Have you just immediately decided to join forces with the other rebellion? I think you have. Right, let's just quickly check exactly who I'm at war with right now. Because I was kind of hoping you just accept that with good grace. Because, you know, I did literally just give you that territory. Alright, screw it, let's get on with this, and I think, yeah, because of the rising tyranny and whatever, this woman decides to actually throw her lot in with me. Raise the rest of the army. This is ridiculous. Right, just raise the rest of the troops, we'll get them over there, and how much of you is actually here right now? You've got yourself, how many troops? Garrison and levy. Okay, actually pretty high. So you guys just head south for the time being. We will meet up at Gwent, and then we can take care of that right now. Mercia is back to actually taking out Middlesex. They're doing a good job there. So that should keep that war going. But unfortunately, I need to deal with this revolt first. Because this was supposed to be a happy day. Alright? I literally just gave you exactly what you wanted. Screw you for rebelling against me. Who's your flipping heir? Ah, it's the Count of Ormond over here. Well, that's good. Because he, I think, is... he's okay enough with me for the time being. He'll be fine with me. So he can have that too. That's not a problem. Oh, bloody hell. I missed it. But apparently at one brief moment, Duke Caddock II actually was trying to push for Gavelkind. Yeah, good luck with that, you stupid bastard. So we can immediately siege down this place. That's absolutely fine. This rebellion is not too bad. Yeah, I need to get my troops out of there. Oh, is there guaranteed to be a... Oh, that means there's guaranteed to be a battle. Okay. Why? Why is there guaranteed battle? 16th. 20th? Oh, balls. Right, you guys. get up to Powys as quick as you flipping can. You might be able to get there in time to actually relieve those forces. Or I could just break this force down. Yeah, screw it. It'll be safer just to break it down rather than take the losses. So stand down. Stand down, stand down, stand down. You, meanwhile, just get over to Gwent. Hang out in Gwent for the time being. I assume he's coming over here to try and take back this area. You right now are very low morale. This is fine. This is manageable. So yeah, once these guys have been drawn together, that won't be a problem at all. We can go and trash these forces. Together, they've got about 2,000 men, which is not enough to cause a problem for me. Head over here and make sure they can't get back into Wales. We'll go and deal with the actual capital over there momentarily. Mercia's getting involved. Okay, hang on. No, Mercia's not involved. Sorry, that's just, yeah, that just indicates this belongs to Mercia. So they're actually right now besieging Mercian territory. The problem is, if I try and actually attack over the straits, there's a big problem with that. Yeah, that's a major debuff to my army's strength. Right. You hold fast in this territory for the time being. Okay? Just wait for us to... Oh. Uh-oh. Right, the Eternal Life thing's happening again. My Queen Mystic apparently is impressive. Not to mention she has travelled far to see you. Okay. Let's see. Should we leave it be? Let's hear her out. At least. She's possibly an assassin, but hopefully not. Right. Where are you? Oh, are you leaving that territory? Right, 1st of May. This is probably a good time for me to cross the straits. So you're going to cross on the 10th of May. Okay, there's... No, I don't want to battle. Because, look at that. Yeah, straight crossing penalties are very severe. Hold off right here, please. Hold off right here. So, they're just going to basically stop us as best they can. I need to take this territory as soon as possible. As soon as he's actually naffed off to a different territory. Yeah, now I think I can actually get over in time. Get over here. And no crosses appeared. Good. I've now made a safe crossing into Ireland. Marvellous. And as for England, oh, I've got a dog. You're a good dog, and I gain prestige for that. Right. Right now, they've actually... Ooh, this will be you then. Hello, Nafissa the Fearless. And you're not really that well educated, to be honest, for a mystic. No, in fact, you're much better at martial and stewardship, and also intrigue. Okay, so... Offers me a nod, does not smile, eyes me skeptically, measuring you up as much as you are her. I am Nafissa, you are useless, she says, as if someone had forgotten to introduce you. Perhaps you should have spoken first to assert your position. The muscular woman makes you more than a little bit nervous. I hear you are looking to live forever. Okay. I feel like what I should actually do is, yeah, just end this right now. Okay? I'm not consorting with infidels. Abso-flipping-lutely. Instead... I could imprison her, or I could just tell her to get out. 100 piety in either case. I mean, I wonder how much she's worth to sell. Can't imagine she's desperately loaded, to be honest. No. Just go. Get out. Leave. Don't come back. So, my troops have now made it over. Go over here and trash the rebel army, please. Meanwhile, over here, you're almost done there. In fact, you know what? Move in. Finish them off, please. Oh, that's a lot of dead men, but screw it. It's fine. We've managed to get in there and do some good work already. Would you like reinforcements? Do we need reinforcements? I mean, we may as well just absolutely make sure that this is going to be fine on the 16th and on the 23rd. That's probably going to be enough time for you to actually get involved and help out. So let's just make sure we trash these people. And in come the reinforcements, just to make absolutely sure. Coming in for that flank. And, oh yeah. Now you are in a lot of flipping trouble. So getting there, the front has already almost totally collapsed right there. And now we can just drive the rest of them off. Good. That should be the rebellion as good as put down. I can't imagine what else they're going to do now. Straight up to 47%. Very, very nice indeed. Right, disappointment. Your army heads down over here. Yours heads back over here. Let's just start sieging these rebel scum out. Okay, this is all... Hello, who are you exactly? Oh, that's Random 7 people just showed up. No, I don't think so. I think we're going to be able to defeat that one person, thank you. Now, as for the excommunication war, that's currently at, 55% in our favour, just because England's slowly taking back bits of York. We could do with this rebellion being over sooner rather than later, but my troops are slowly getting knackered. Oh, did Bernard just die? I think Bernard might have just actually passed away. Bernard, are you dead? Bernard is indeed dead, but he didn't have a bad life. 54 is not terrible, all things considered. He had a big white beard, which is a sign that you've had a good run. Right, who would like to actually be Spy Master? Not you, you hate me. Oh no seems to like me, and would be a pragmatist. 14. Yeah, oh no, congratulations, you're now Spy Master. Right, get over to Constantinople, have a little look-see what's going on over there. Actually, this is an excellent chance for us to just have a little quick look-see around the world. So, Byzantine Empire, doing very, very well this game. Every time I look at them, they seem to have expanded a little bit further into Europe and a little bit further north. They are doing very, very well for themselves. Over here, I don't know what much of this means, but it might well mean something to you. Who else is doing nicely? Lithuania's actually doing alright. Lithuania's got a good-sized kingdom there. Poland's looking a little bit squeezed. The Holy Roman Empire is obviously engaged in another revolt, because why wouldn't they be? Croatia is a little bit squeezed in, the poor things. And that is probably partly because they have got someone who is called the Terrible, and he is... Oh, that's dreadful. Look at those stats right there. That is a dreadful king for Hungary. How's Burgundy getting on, by the way? You've still got your King the Liberator, don't you? Suffering from cancer right now, unfortunately. Won't be around for too much longer. But a good guy. A good guy right there. Achieved Burgundian independence. In fact, thought I should probably split this army in half. So we only need really 1,600 troops to... Actually, check how many troops we need for all of this. So the troops we've got here are... Ooh, quite a few actually. 1,500, 1,300. Fine. Take the smaller army, if you'd be so kind. We've got 2 armies right here. Yeah, the smaller army. Just have them move in this direction, just to make sure these guys don't cause any trouble for me. Meanwhile, these guys can just basically siege down the rebels, and that'll be... Sneaky bastard. He's now basically holding the strait, meaning it's going to be very difficult for me to actually get back over there, and oh dear. Right. What are we going to do now? Well, we can probably just win the war anyway, just by virtue of sieging down these people. Okay, Sildara has been taken very quickly and easily. Now go and bring these forces together, and then we can just storm the strait even with the actual disadvantages. And oh dear, Mercia's about to have their arse handed to them again. Right, well this is all fine. You two lads, join together. Across the strait, kick their ass. You just keep working over here. Good work, all things considered. In fact, you know what? Sacrifice a handful of troops. And oh dear. Did you actually just manage to... Wow, you didn't do so hot there, did you? Right, okay, I should not have attempted that assault. How's this fight going at least? Yeah, even with the actual significant advantages there, my army's taking a bit of a kicking right now. My army's taking quite the kicking. I need to be careful, because my vassals have also taken a bit of a kicking, so... yeah, the actual manpower the entire realm can actually field right now is not exactly spectacular. Ooh, meanwhile, is that Scotland starting to come and take advantage of a weak England to actually attack? Oh, flipping yes. Meanwhile, my dog needs proper training. Ooh, I'll spend time outside training my dog, or... No, I will train him personally. He is a good boy. He is a very, very good boy, so I shall train him personally. Right, I just need to go and take this territory up here. Yeah, this territory is small. There's not actually that much there. This will be absolutely fine. That territory is completely occupied. This territory will be taken pretty darn soon, as long as I don't attempt any more stupid assaults. So, yeah, we'll be in good shape. England's not coming for me, are they? No, they can't. We're not at war. We're not at war, right? Nope, we are not. And Scotland aren't actually after territory. Scotland are just here because, you know, they hate the excommunicated English king. So everyone's just taking the opportunity to just stick the boot in a bit. And quite frankly, good. The more the merrier. And apparently I'm about to go and spend a little bit of time in a monastery. Well, that's lovely. Let's do that. That sounds super relaxing. Yeah, fine. So this place is almost fallen. This place has got to be falling pretty darn soon. There's only so much there. I don't want to waste any more troops in case I want to go and attack England momentarily. You are in bad shape. And actually, there might be... Yes, there's probably not quite enough. Oh, you just have enough troops. You just have enough troops to actually take some of this back. Okay, if you could just hurry up and take this territory, just get in there, please. There you go. Attempt an assault. Okay, at this point, they're going to... Are you actually... Did you just lose again? Oh, my goodness. Right. Okay, you get in here and attempt that assault. Why are you all sucking so much? Okay, that's 99%. Okay, is it stuck at 99% because there hasn't been enough of a battle right now? Can we just enforce... They're not wanting to accept them. Okay, this is fine. This is all fine. This revolt is more trouble than I thought it was going to be. And apparently I have met a nun who I really, really like. And I'm not sure whether that's a euphemism or not for anything else. No, no, no. No, there's no lesbian options. Right, so potentially... Oh, this is interesting. I could get a 5-year benefit that's actually pretty damn good. Yeah, 75% chance of basically boosting a stat of my choosing. And also, it could actually, yeah, get me a good close friend, which is fine, I guess. What do I actually need to boost right now? Because my marshal's pretty good, but I wouldn't mind it being higher. Screw it. Let's play a game of military strategy. And if we're very lucky indeed, come on. Give me flipping 26 right there. Okay, now as we actually can't take this area anymore, go up here and trash this army. Trash this army that should just nudge us into 100%, and then we can wrap up this stupid, stupid rebellion. Oh, darn it, I got the 25%. That is a shame. I could have done with that +2 marshal for a handful of extra troops. No matter. Ooh, has Scotland just expanded a bit? I swear they only used to have these 2. Am I right or wrong about that? I thought they only had the 2. And, oh, bloody hell. Right, just, yeah, try and make someone disappear. 50-50 shot, just make their chance to go away if we're lucky. And you're going to trash that guy. That's not going to be a problem. You massively outnumber him. Assassin succeeded. Good. So these guys can't do anything. He wasn't really my acquaintance, to be honest. I didn't even like him that much. Right, trash these guys. That should be 100%. And meanwhile, you're almost ready to go. And... Ooh... Okay, you find the combination of daily physical exercise, training my dog, and fresh air are doing wonders for my health. I am... Oh, diligent. Diligent is amazing. That's a really good thing right there. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's +1 to, like, everything. Oh, I have the best dog. I have such a good dog, you don't even know. Right, trash this guy. Come on, 100%. I want this over and flipping done with. Ah, and even better, we actually caught one of the rebel leaders by the looks of it. So, I'm willing to sell him before the war ends for a handful more money. How much to actually sell you? Ransom you for 25 gold. Fine, he can go for 25, I guess. Meanwhile, all of you guys, get in prison. Alright, everybody just get in cocking prison. Okay. So, all of that fuss, all of that was purely because I wanted to add 1 territory into Ireland. Okay, so this is, yeah, what makes it a bit difficult. Revoking titles can sometimes not be entirely welcome. So, who's actually running things right now? Ah, that guy technically still is, but he's actually in prison. Okay, and I have... He actually still technically owns that. Right, at this point, as you're in prison, we are going to revoke that off you. There we go. I have successfully revoked that. Screw you, because you're in prison, so you don't actually get a say. How about that? You've got a daughter right now, and oh yeah, that's why she revolted. They were husband and wife. Ah, okay, right. So I'm basically having like all of your stuff off you. Actually, in fact, yeah, I'm going to revoke the title. Will that actually... Oh, revoking title will lower his opinion. Okay. As is a traitor, vassals don't care. So I'm having that off you as well. Thank you. And I guess I'll be having this off you as well. So revoke that title. Revoke that. Screw you all. Right, so that's you all taken care of. I've got slightly too much territory right now. And by the way, you guys are still technically in my prison. Now you are traitors. You are traitors to the crown. Alright, you caused me a lot of trouble. I don't really like that. I can't sell you because there's no one who wants to buy you. You hate me. And do you have any claims? You've got... Yeah, they've got claims. I think they might just have to go, to be honest. They might just have to go. So we could torture, we could humiliate them a little bit. Just throw them in the oubliette and wait. Okay, or I could just execute. That is... Ooh. Even though they're traitors, people don't like that. Fine. In which case, you guys, hang out in the oubliette. You're not going to last too long in there. So, just get in the oubliette. And get in the oubliette. And I thought I freed you, but okay, fine, whatever. So, break down the troops, please. Everyone is fine. Everyone is just fine. So, the question now is, do I want to ride in and trash England together with, yeah, helping out Mercia and help them with their war? I've got to feel like it's a good idea, because sooner or later England are probably going to attack Mercia. And I like Mercia, because, like, you know, they belong to me and all of that business. Now, what do I want to do over here? Because I don't really want to own this territory. This territory I wouldn't mind owning, because what I can do is I can give this territory to somebody who's got a claim elsewhere in Ireland and then not revoke it when it's done. Just say, screw it, you get to keep both of these. That's absolutely fine. So what I need to find is someone to invite into my territory who's actually got a claim on the rest of Ireland, and then immediately thereafter, just land him with that, and then just move in and take something else. Though, I don't need to rush it. Exactly, yeah, there's no need to rush it whatsoever. I can keep Desmond for the time being, because Desmond, if I recall correctly, has actually got a... Yeah, that's actually not bad on the old levy front, and I could do with some more troops. Just floating one extra for the time being is not the worst thing in the world. I'm sitting on a lot of money right now, by the way. A lot of money. Right, I should probably invest in some of my cities. Hang on, what do we want to do here? Yeah, there's some very cheap stuff I can do that will actually get me some troops very easily. Like, upgrading the keep for levy and garrison size up. That is cheap to do and quite effective. So, let's actually boost. That's already up. Okay, in that case, yeah, extra cavalry, longbow range, lardy flipping da. Except, one day it might not be Welsh culture anymore, so that would then cease to do anything useful, because one day it will probably become Breton just through culture spread. So probably safest not to do that, instead just build, yeah, just some stables for some more cav going on there. That's absolutely lovely. And, don't forget, actually get going on training some new retinues. They have an upfront cost as well. So, the heavy cavalry and light cavalry ones. Yeah, get some heavy cavalry in. Now, that is going to cost me... How much is that actually going to cost me? That's going to cost me 1,200 retinue cap. But it's very difficult for me to actually get heavy cav otherwise. I've got 2,100. This is... Actually, I might just be able to have the 2 cavalry ones. So, 50 heavy cavalry, 200 light cavalry. And then 150 heavy cavalry, 100 light cavalry. Yeah, having just basically a massive pile of cav to send in, that'd be kind of cool. So, can I get that underway and this underway as well? Can I just... It looks like I can, actually. Boom! Let's get that underway here. That's going to be a little bit on the expensive side to train up, but that is going to be 300 light cavalry and flipping 200 heavy cavalry. I mean, right now, my entire army contains... How much cav is that? Yeah, 1,400 light cavalry, fine, but only 81 heavy cav. So basically, I've just trebled the number of total heavy cav I can field. And the comments were suggesting heavy cav are absolute flipping killers. So that's kind of nice right there. Ah, yes, one other thing as well. It's now 1179, so the council is no longer discontent. So we can start, you know, doing some law changes and whatever. Now, right now, there's not much I can do with, yeah, actually getting the nobles back to producing some troops. Because, sure, the mayor who I just basically appointed because he was a loyalist is willing to go along with it. No one else is. But I have got some good stuff going on here, which is I've got money. And I've got a couple of quite low-born, unimportant people on my council. Low-born, unimportant people have one very nice thing about them, which is they're so cheap to bribe. So cheap. It's beautiful. In fact, why do I have a bishop who's called the Wicked on my council at all? Are you important for some reason? No, you're not important. You just hold a random bishopric. Alright, fine. Well, I guess we'll swap you out for someone who's, like, you know, better. Unless, of course, you're here because you have, like, a particularly important role. No, you're a zealot, understandably. In fact, yeah, the best person for the job in terms of high learning would actually be a pragmatist as opposed to, yeah, zealot, which is quite a lot better. So we'll just bring you in right now. Lovely. And next up, I need to buy myself some favours. Now, ooh, 80. It's a little bit higher than I was hoping for. How much to buy a favour from you? Also 80. How much to buy a favour from you? 80. But yeah, Duke Hellfire will be a lot more expensive to get hold of favours from him. Oh yeah, 323 for him. And this guy's already a loyalist, so I don't need to bother buying him. But with 6 votes and me with the decider, that means if I just buy favours from not mine and from the court chaplain, and then just immediately call in the favours to get them to vote as I do, then logically I should basically be able to force anything I want through. So we can actually start undoing some of the nightmare of Hector. Because right now there's far too much power in the actual hands of the council. Sure, I can grant titles and revoke them, but for the moment at least both banishment and imprisonment sits with the council. Don't really like that. Don't like that at all. And execution as well. Don't like that one little bit. Would like to move all of that back over to the ruler, together with finally moving the nobles back over to military rather than economic contributions to actually, yeah, beef up the vassal army slightly. Fine, we'll have to save up a tiny bit of money for that, but for the time being, something more important to do. Let's just quickly check in here. Yeah, my armies are looking not so desperately hot right now, but that's going to be enough army. Enough for the time being that it's time to jump in against England. Let's get on, you guys, here. So, I think it is fair for us to... Ooh, we do actually have Chester and Derby. Okay. Apparently, some of you actually would like to, yeah, potentially get... Ooh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Oh, here's even more interesting, by the way. Apparently, a princess who's just floating around in my court right now, I could try and claim cocking Norway. But bear in mind, because Norway is a kingdom, yeah, the person who would actually impose on Norway wouldn't actually work for me. They'd just become a very, very close friend of mine. I don't really want to get on with conquering Norway right now. That might be a little bit on the excessive side. Ah, and that's where these claims have come from. These are people who aren't actually within my court, but they are the vassals of, yeah, the vassals of Mercia and Hellfire over here. So they'd love to help themselves to a bit more of England. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to run straight into screw you England mode. So we're just going to declare war because you are an excommunicated ruler, and that just basically gets me a pile of prestige and piety, which is marvellous. So what actually happens? Ah, if we win the war, we actually end the excommunication because we've just trashed him enough. Okay, go on then, why not? The council is 100% for that. Send that over. Lovely. Screw it, let's call in the flipping French. Hey France, England's extremely vulnerable. Come trash it with us. And get the army levies back together if you'd be so kind. Everyone just... Actually, screw it. Everyone gather in Gwent. We'll send absolutely everyone at this exact moment in time. We may as well make absolutely flipping sure England doesn't have any surprises waiting for us at the same time. And... Oh, good. The King of France is... Okay, he finally got round to actually paying his own flipping ransom. Well done. So that's good. We can just basically trash England at this point. France is going to come over and... Non, who I think is one of the children of Hector, one of many children of Hector, though possibly actually, you know, one of the children of Connor. We can never be 100% sure. Okay, are you any good right now? You're all right, though actually you've grown into not being so good at the martial, which I originally gave to you. Stubborn, which is not so great, to be honest. And I don't want to become stressed. I don't want to gain out of patience. Honestly, she's not worth the investment. She has to learn on her own. And a small kiddie is demanding my attention. No, don't kick the kiddie. Why would you kick the kiddie? Don't do that. And also, there's a 25% chance the cat will immediately scratch one of my eyes out. And quite bloody right too. So I'd be guaranteed to gain Cruel, which can actually be useful under the right circumstances, but I might gain, yeah, One-Eyed. Allow the kitty to follow me home. Pat the kitty. 20% chance of Kind. Do I have Kind right now? No, I am Humble, which isn't so great, and Diligent, which is amazing. Now, there is a small problem, which is I already have a dog who is trained as a hunting dog. Like, this doesn't seem necessarily like a good idea, but, oh, what if they end up fighting? I can't know. Like, it's not fair to the cat to bring a cat home when there's already a dog there, especially when the dog might actually eat the cat, and I'm going to imagine that's probably bad, given it's literally a hunting dog. It was given to me as a hunting dog puppy that I went out and trained as a hunting dog. Like, that's not a safe place for a cat. I'm going to take the chance for kind. And no, I think I didn't get it. I think one of the little choices that don't actually have major confirmations you would see immediately. So that's okay. I pet the cat. I think that's a good thing anyway. Also, leave the heavy cav at home. We don't need that just this second. Instead, draw all the armies to... No, not you. Draw that... No, not him. Just these guys. Bring all of them together and get some actual... Okay, use the commanders, alright? We have commanders for a reason. Right, so the forces of England currently drawn up in Chester. If I just march straight there, is there any actual river between me and there? I think we can just go there directly, trash them, and then basically reclaim all this territory, and then we'll be doing very, very well indeed. Lovely. And are we still gaining? No, we're losing money right now. Really? Oh, it's because of the cost of training these bloody horses. Horses are very, very expensive. Right, I need to break down some of these horses sooner rather than... Oh, hang on, Okay, is money going up or down right now? Because I'm getting mixed messages. Because I just saw the money go up. Right, good victory right there. And we've managed to capture... Who even is this? Why were you even here? Were you one of the commanders? I guess he must have been one of the commanders for... Yeah, flat terrain expert and cavalry leader. Even though he's actually not so good at the old marshal. But screw it. Okay, fine, whatever. Would anybody like to buy you? 10 gold. Yeah, fine, I'll take 10 gold for him. Why not? Anything to actually keep my armies going on right now. So, right at this exact moment in time, there's only a tiny, tiny handful of troops actually in here. So, I can actually take that back immediately. I accept the ransom. Good choice there. So, the English army has now been trashed and now probably couldn't actually beat the forces of Mercia and Munster combined, which is... Oh no, is he coming over here too? Right, get out of the way. Get out of the way just in case. I do not want my retinues being picked off. All of you move in this direction, please. Alright? No, he's heading back north. He's heading back north here. This is all fine. Just keep time ticking along here. And happy Christmas, everyone. Never mind, we missed Christmas. And yeah, he's immediately now attacking Derby. But it's going to take him a while to do. And in the meantime, we can screw it. Finish off this nice and fast, please. Get in there. Lovely. Right, we've taken that in its entirety. Get over here and attack this guy. We'll just go and trash his army again. Are we technically in the same war that Scotland's in right now? Because I assume, like, it's all one big joint excommunication war. No. Technically, this is all actually separate wars. We're all engaged in separate wars. Though, if I beat him, then as a result of beating him... then he'll actually no longer be excommunicated. So I assume everyone else's war ends in failure as a result of that. That makes sense. How are we doing down over here, by the way? You guys have taken over most of that already, and this army is now complete and total trash. Right, which of these territories is most vulnerable? York is looking pretty vulnerable right there. Yeah, looks like we can just basically walk into York pretty quickly. Head up to York. Scotland's trashing this area up here. This is 65% already, and... Okay, where did he just go? I could have sworn he made it down there very, very fast indeed. Alright, fine, whatever. Now, can I actually merge my retinues? Yes, I've merged these two retinues. Are you actually genuinely heading back up to Derby and Chester right now? Is that actually genuinely what you're doing? Yeah, they are. Not always too bright, the AI. Also, I think I pulled a bunch of people out of various cities I'm finding. I'll gladly sell them. 10 gold for you. 10 gold for you. No? Okay, you're too busy considering the first person. Oh, that's the flipping Countess of Chester. I think she'd be worth more than 10 gold, thank you very much. Oh, and Mercia's just pulled another 900 men there. Good. So Middlesex should fall momentarily. And yeah, that final opponent. I can't remember if I said, by the way. Yeah, this is like Knights Templars. I'm not sure whether it was handed over to them or like the king allowed them to build it for whatever reason. But it's all fine. So he's just basically slowly working his way through here. He won't be able to assault, he'd lose. So that gives me plenty of time to just finish off this. Lovely. And then, yeah, move you down over here. Do I want to attack these guys as well? There's 900 of them. Okay, trash England again, then back to York. We're going to win this very, very soon indeed. Ah, Yuselass. This has been an interesting starting point for you, but we're going to be making progress, right? We're going to be making good progress in flipping Ireland soon, all right? We just need to find somebody new. Oh, there's also 700 troops just standing over here. You guys can probably be disbanded. That'll help out with the deficit. Oh, and Scotland's marching south. Please don't... Oi! I was literally just besieging that. Oh, and an army of 100 just basically popped up out of nowhere. I gained a giant pile of money, which is useful. Yeah, England just basically... I don't know where the hell that army came from. But 1,000 men just appeared out of nowhere, but that's fine because they attacked an army of 6,000 men. So it wasn't exactly the greatest idea they've ever had. Meanwhile, oh yeah, England is trying to call up reinforcements, but there's just not enough. There's nowhere near enough here. We just need to take, like, maybe... Oh, I just saw boats. Does England maybe have some... They couldn't possibly have had troops. No. They couldn't have actually shipped troops from anywhere else. Where would they have shipped them from? I don't know. And we've got ourselves... Ah, jovial man of massive girth. This sometimes gets you a really good slave who can be like the court eunuch. Yeah, absolutely. Let them in. This is fine. And yes, indeed, just as I expected, a eunuch. And eunuchs are... Ooh, you're pretty good, actually. All right, eunuch, obviously. We understand that. Socializer. 18. Okay. And you like me a lot. All right, I accept your gift. Now, this could actually be useful. Because, just out of interest, if I was to make that guy my... Yeah, he would make a much better Chancellor, but he'd still be a loyalist. Right, congratulations, that guy is actually doing that. I want you to fabricate claims over here. So he's up to... Oh, yeah, the last guy was only 6% chance. This guy is 17.5% chance. So, you're now the Chancellor. Welcome aboard. A moment's silence, please, for Dunban, who has passed away at the grand old age of 71. Survived by his child, Disappointment, who I was about to say was married to Karen, but no, that wasn't actually him. It's just using the same image. And, oh, hello. I think England might be kicking the ass of... Ooh, okay, hang on. We've probably got a good chance to... Just wait 1 second. We can actually get in there and kick England's ass in a moment. They're just kicking the ass of a small Scottish force, but the Scots reinforcements are absolutely coming in. We'll actually... Yeah, there we go. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We just need a victory over in... I think we're in Lancaster right now. There we go. Lancaster. Victory. And... No, I want to win this too. Just get in there. Get in there and kick his ass before he gets defeated by the Scots. Come on, we can help out. Me and Scotland can help each other. Ooh, you're fancy. I like your shield. It's very nice. Right, get over. Boo! We didn't win in time. Okay, but now we're up to 96 cocking percent. I just need one more victory. One flipping more. England is absolutely in shambles right now. Absolute flipping shambles. Ah, meanwhile, young Non, daughter of Hector, is... Yeah. Okay, not terrible. Not terrible at all. You've got, oh, really nice Princess Leia hair as well. Any chance anyone would be willing to know? No one outside of my own court is willing to matrilineally marry you. But if you could maybe get us, honestly, it's not going to get us anything. She's too Disney related to actually get us any form of non-aggression pact. So I may as well just send her on her way, I suppose. Oh, wait, hang on. No, she has got claims. She has got claims, including claims on Cornwall that can be inherited. That's too dangerous. I'm so sorry, you're too dangerous to be allowed to actually leave. So, Leia, you're actually stuck here, being married internally. Except the only available people are either extremely old and featuring, yeah, ugly dwarfism, or, alternatively, yeah, 56, gout, or their babies. Right, Non, we'll get back to you. Because the reason I'm not marrying you normally is, yeah, your children are going to have claims on Cornwall. It's just too dangerous to let you go out into the world. And she picks up Humble as well, thanks to my Benedictine education. Beautiful. It's not exactly great, but it gets me a touch of piety as well, so I suppose that's good. And I think we've taken something in York. 100%. Right, you, I'm going to enforce my demands. Now, it's unclear exactly what my demands were, aside from, you're a naughty boy, so I'm going to punch you in the face a bit now. So, whatever my demands were exactly, I mean, I guess I gain, like, piety and prestige, which is nice. He loses a pile of prestige, and also the Pope likes this guy more. Oh, you have to abdicate. Oh, sorry, I totally missed I was actually trying to force you to abdicate. Oh, that's why. Right, what's this guy like exactly? And who's he actually, like, getting married to? He's getting married to Holy Roman Empire. Oh, that's interesting. That's actually potentially more dangerous. Because this person, who is... Hang on, who's actually your... Yeah, that is actually your son. Wait, why did you never try and make friends with the Holy Roman Empire? They could have protected you. Oh. Holy Roman Empire typically has its own problems. Though actually, it's doing okay right now. Doing okay for the minute, though. Hang on, what's all of this? What exactly, Oh, a bunch of breakaway independent states. Right. Fascinating. Yeah, I guess we're changing over the English king right now. Boom! So, what exactly is going to happen here? And the answer is... I guess we have to make all our troops stand down. Yeah, get them home, get them to stand down, please. So just make your way back to Gwent as quick as you flippin' like. And the King of England has now changed over. Welcome, King Cedric the... No, it's not Cedric. I just like it being Cedric. Welcome, King Cedric II, who's got not much in the way of troops. He has been badly flipping battered. And he is, yeah, Kingdom of England. He's also got the Kingdom of Jerusalem, which is the most useless title in the world. And he owns Middlesex, and that's it. So this guy owns, yeah, Domain of 1. Domain of flipping 1. And technically, the old king is actually your heir. So he might actually get to be king again. I'd like to think he's just deliberately put the cloak on to try and fool people, so people just don't realise it's exactly the same bloody bloke. So what exactly are you doing right now? Are you doing... No, he's not doing anything. He's got a variety of really good, strong claims, but he doesn't actually have any titles at all. Can I invite him to my court? Oh, he's going to say no, boo. And does this guy actually hate me? Honestly, not that much, to be honest, though. Wants control of the Duchy of Mercia. Yeah, I can understand why. De jure, it ought to be yours. So, troops marching home, and I've just noticed something very important indeed. Which is, if we just check out... Yeah, just in case you keep an eye on the claimants. I can't help but notice that there is a young commander of Wessex who has only just come of age. He's unremarkable, aside from one rather fun thing. He's willing to move to my court, and he is in possession of a strong claim on the Duchy of Wessex. Alright, together with a weak claim on Northumbria, weak claim on the Duchy of Lancaster, and a weak claim on the Duchy of Deira. Okay, where did you get these claims from? From Duke... Oh, blimey. Duke Brintnoth the Dragon. Right, formerly the Duke of Wessex. Understandable. Okay, so I'm gonna guess that you are what? Yes, you are the fourth child, but second oldest son of the old Duke of Wessex who was called the Dragon. Well, this is just fascinating. You, my good man, are coming straight over to my court, actually. Welcome aboard! I think we might get some use out of you, so just wait until he shows up. And then, well, good news. I've found a husband for you. Oh, flip, he's already married. Okay, so she needs to go. She definitely needs to go, unfortunately. Well, does she? This guy's here now. This guy is actually here. So, he is now officially part of the court. Great. Some options are, get rid of the wife, get him married to one of mine via a matrilineal marriage, and then basically, yeah, just move in that way and then know you're pretty secure. But then again, does it matter if he's part of my dynasty? I could just basically, yeah, wait for him to... That is inheritable. I could wait for one of my own dynasty in a generation's time to have a claim on the Duchy of Wessex. If I got rid of the wife. Okay, so she'd need to be killed, therefore. Or I could... Wait, could I just... If I ask her to... No, they'll still be married if I ask her to leave the court. Or I could just basically keep him around, give him a bit of territory I don't particularly care about, and then move him into Wessex. That's of interest. At that point, we are just tearing chunks out of England. England will stop being able to defend itself pretty darn quickly. Nice, stable primogeniture here as well. Right, let's just give him a nice little honorary title for the time being, alright? He can just keep the swans. Alright, that's who he is. He's the swan keeper. Oh, speaking of which, I've actually got a eunuch. Right, you can be the court eunuch as well. Congratulations. And I've already got a dwarf. That's my doctor. And, ooh, jester. Except, yeah, jester's actually bad. No one wants to be the jester. Ah, are you guys ready to be broken apart, by the way? Are you... Yeah, no special events. This is apparently close enough, given it's actually within my territory. Right. So, right now, army volume sits at... Yeah, I can call about 8,600 and 1,600 from my vassals. Beautiful. Ah, and I've saved up a bunch of money. Right. Time to go seeing if I can just bribe the damn council. So, not mine. I'd like to buy a favour, please. 80. Great. You... Oh, hang on. No, you're already a loyalist. You're already a loyalist. That's fine. Buy a favour. 80 from you as well. Now, they should presumably just take both of them, I assume. I haven't paid the money, so I guess I'm waiting for a pop-up. And there we are. I accept your gift. And wait for the other one. Oh, no, there's a son first. Oh, I think we actually just had twins there. Do we just have twins? Yes, we had twins. So they're going to be Arnold and Anna. What a lovely pair of names. So, time to call in some council support. So you, my good man, will vote with me for 36 months. Okay, spot on. And you're also going to be voting with me for 36 months. So, everyone should now be voting with me. Great, just make sure that's all gone through. Now, back over to the laws. Because at this point, I should be able to... There we go. 3 supporters, 3 opponents, and I get the decider. So, I have now basically, yeah, for 160 gold to go, I can change any law I want, as long as that eunuch remains on my side, which he should do for the time being. So, imprisonment. Should they be allowed to control that? And banishments. Execution is probably the biggest one, to be honest. I mean, okay. Do I actually... What do I need here? Execution prisoners. I mean, I don't execute much. You can get around execution by just throwing them in the oubliette and waiting. Banishment would be welcome. Because, yeah, banishment comes with a giant pile of money if you want to banish someone. Imprisoning is, however, quite flipping useful. So, I'm going to move that over. So, as a result of that, yeah, let's actually get that underway. And as a result of that, voted in favour. Oh, yeah. My loyalists are now doing excellent. By which I mean my loyalists and the people I bribed to be my loyalist. Oh my goodness, they've approved that law. What an incredible surprise that is. I think I also just saw that not mine is now not mine the unfaithful. Not mine? Seriously? Oh. Okay, I can see why you might have cheated on him. Yes, fine, fair enough. In fact, I can't even remember why I would have got you actually married to this guy. He's got 2 weird claims I've got no interest in, neither of which can be passed on, so... Oh dear. Troublesome peasants. Right, not mine. I was literally just discussing about how you're messing up, and now you've sort of accidentally triggered the potential for a peasant revolt. Right, well that's fine. You just basically suppress revolts for a while, get in Cornwall, make sure that's as it should be. So that should get the revolt risk right back down again. Now, time for what I was talking about earlier. This territory at the top of Ireland, I want to give that away to basically anyone who's actually got a decent claim on... basically any of these territories. This territory is friendly to me, actually. This territory is kind of floating around, like, on the periphery of my empire anyway, just because, yeah, these guys are friends to me. The heir is actually part of my dynasty, though, of course, that doesn't mean that's actually going to come to me when he dies and it moves over to him, but it does mean I do have a local dynasty member there. So, really, I'm probably more interested in... yeah, Breffen... I'm not even going to try and pronounce this. So, these 3 territories here, basically. In fact, I think I might have a good one floating around already. I swear I just had... Oh, bloody hell. I've got a lot of claims. Yeah, I've got a lot of claims I could push, but I can't do that because, yeah, I've got... Wait, hang on. I don't have a pact with you. You're a different king. Oh, well, this is just fascinating, isn't it? You're a completely different king to the one who... Oh, yes. Yes, that means I don't have to wait 10 years. Oh, well, this is just flipping marvellous. I tell you what, despite investment, Gwent is not even actually making that much for me. And I would like the new look my Wessex to be all like, you know, close by to each other. So, bring me the guy who keeps the swans, because I think I know what we need to do with him. Congratulations, my good man. You now run Gwent. And the game has immediately flagged up a warning because this guy's heir is in fact, apparently, actually the current Duke of Wessex. But that's fine, because we're going to sort that out for you right flipping now. And the council is 100% on board. Well, not quite 100%, but like 80, 85% odd on board. So, go! We're claiming Wessex for you, you magnificent bastard. And, of course, we're going to call in France. Because if there's one thing France is probably looking forward to, it's trashing England. So we're going to get on with that as well. Oh, hang on, sorry, I probably should have frozen time while I was raising the military. Right, get the military back up again. I'm so sorry, I know we're doing this a lot at the minute. Right, you guys, get into Somerset. And you guys, get over here and just, yeah, everyone meet up in Somerset. We'll meet up in Somerset. Everything's going to be fine. These troops as well. Everybody to cocking Somerset. Also, Queen Yuselass has decided this is the exact moment to go hang out in the monastery again. Well, that's fine. That's often worth, like, +2. It's great. And, oh, yeah, France is coming. France is on its flipping way. Oh, yeah. Bring it on. Come on, France. Let's flipping do this. Now, England has decided, interestingly, that it's going to actually attack Mercia. But that's fine, because if they just want to basically stand in the middle of Mercia, I will just gather all my troops, and then we'll just go and kick their ass there. I can field a lot more than they can right now, so I'll just go and get a nice early victory against them, which should pretty much trash their army, which they've just kind of conveniently gathered for me. And yes, indeed, same thing again. Give me the military strategy game. Hopefully this time I'll actually get the +2 marshal. That'd be flipping marvellous. Any more troops coming in? No, I think that's the last of them. How are we doing in Somerset, by the way? Good starting point. Good starting point. But yeah, you guys are... You are very outnumbered, though. I'm guessing I'm making a loss, but not that much, because this time I've actually brought my new retainers with me, so they're not recharging at the minute, so that's why I'm not paying so much, I think. Right, merge all of them together. Bring in the commanders. And, oh, should I be concerned that Duke Caddock II has just formed an alliance with Duke Hellfire the Usurper? Well, Duke Hellfire liked what he always used to like me. Does he like me now? Yes, he loves me now. That's fine. And, okay, seriously, I've rolled 25% failure twice in a row off that event. I'm very annoyed about that. Right. We need to get Somerset sorted, then we just need to go and trash the English army, then we just take the rest of Wessex, then we just go over to Middlesex, take London, see if we just happen to get lucky on the dice roll, and then Wessex should just basically fall into our lap as well. Oh, that will just be beautiful. At that point, yeah, we've probably stolen enough of England at that point, because then England... It can't really do much. We've taken away Mercia and Wessex. Those are two big troop production facilities. Like, they're just going to have less and less troops available to them. Oh, speak of the devil, hang on, good things are happening. England's starting to break apart. Oh, yes, hang on. What is going on here? So England is... Right now, England is this bit of England, and also London. Who exactly has just joined the English revolts? The English revolt is made up of, yeah, the English revolt itself. East Anglia is involved. The Duchy of, okay, Ascalon, apparently. Kent... Norfolk, Suffolk, Essex, oh yeah. The English revolt is actually not so bad at all. And the only reason this bit down here hasn't joined is because that's technically part of, yeah, York up here. Because they took it at some point in some form of, like, internal war. Oh, this is perfect. So, a bunch of the English strength has just basically melted. Oh, I love it. I flipping love it. England is just collapsing. And we've just taken, yeah, we've just taken that territory. Right, move up here and smash the English army. Because I want the English army to be weak enough that the rebels could actually take this territory too. I want the rebels to be able to crush the English, alright? Oh, the rebels are already up to 2,300. Yeah, get in there. Just go and face off against the English right now. They are about to take Leicester. We will not allow them to do it. Alright, it's going to be beautiful. Now, we're going to have the disadvantage due to river crossing. Screw it. I think we're going to have this anyway. Alright, England it just doesn't have the troops. And, are you leading this personally? I think he's leading this personally, which means there's a chance we might kill or capture him. In come the French! Oh, this is beautiful. It's so beautiful to watch England just absolutely collapse. Oh, yeah. Oh, flipping yes. And that's victory. And we captured... Oh, flip. We've captured... Oh. Okay, we definitely don't want him to die. Because if he dies, then... Yes, he must be kept alive. Keep that man alive under absolutely all circumstances. Because if he dies, then rather than actually conquering Wessex, that means that the guy in Gwent will inherit Wessex. If he inherits Wessex, he'll actually drag Gwent back out of my realm. He must be kept alive. Okay, do not... We've got to... Okay, hang on. Hang the flip on. This is starting to get stressful now. Right, we need to do this nice and quickly. And that means, France, we need to give you some orders, don't we? Right, France, would you mind just going and besieging Dorset for me? If you'd like to go and do that, that would be flipping marvellous. Meanwhile, I'll just go straight down to Wessex, and we'll take that. Once we hold all three of those bits, we should be A-okay. So, no, not Gloucester. Don't go to Gloucester. You have the order to siege... Oh, I guess he's not interested. Fine. Would you believe the French are more interested in just going and finding some English people to murder? Fair enough, I suppose. No, I think he got the memo. He's figured it out. I think he's heading back down to Dorset. I think more French people are... I just said Dorset, but okay, whatever. And, ooh, more girls named Stronglass. That's like Stronglass the 3rd or 4th right now. Hard to say. Meanwhile, London itself is being besieged by, 5,000 strong rebels. Right, so the rebels are gonna win their war. What was your war even about? Was it just we don't like this guy, he's a dick? No, this is a war for Swaig's claim on England. They want Swaig rather than Cedric to be king. Who's Swaig? Because Swaig is not the leader of this revolt. Here we go. I found a Swaig who does actually have a claim on England and Jerusalem. Yes, but he's... Oh my goodness, he's awful. He's dreadful. He's got Marshal of 3. Oh, this is the best news. I am so behind this revolt you don't even know. Oh, this is bad news though. I woke up this morning and my hands and feet were bleeding and there's a sharp pain in my side. That's very concerning. So either I can decide that I've been blessed by God and become zealous, which is probably a bad idea, or I could gain stressed. I should probably go see a doctor about hands and feet bleeding and sharp pains. Yes, that's a doctor sort of situation right there. Oh, flip, she picked up stressed. That's a shame. Stressed is going to hurt her health even more. Okay, we need to start thinking... No, not the white stag. Well, actually, you know what? We'll go for one go. We'll go for one go for the white stag, just on the off chance. We'll see if we can pull that off. Okay, time might be short for, useless in general right now. Let's speed up this war and just get in there, please. Right. We've managed to win there. Good. France is doing a good job over here. They've already taken over little bits of Dorset right here. We managed to drag whoever that person is out of the dungeons or whatever. Great. I don't even know where the flipping armies of England are right now. I assume they're over here, counter-sieging inside the rebel land. But, oh yeah, England is in a lot of trouble. And there's even more, up to 64%. Absolutely beautiful. France has already taken over this bit of land. So there's only one bit of land over there. Wessex is... Oh, yeah. Yeah, Wessex is going to start collapsing. Now, very important. This is extremely important. Check the dungeons. So this guy... Let's just check what your current condition is. Oh. Okay. This guy is currently locked in my dungeon. Alright. He's depressed. He's one-handed. He's a lunatic. He's suffering from the Great Pox. He's 43 years old. I think probably what we ought to do is we ought to, put him in house arrest. So, guarded suite of rooms. So, high risk of escape, but he'll live for a long time. Yeah, put him into house arrest right there. And that is... Sorry, diplomacy -5? For me or for him? Oh no, -5 for him, because that's actually him. Good, do that then. Yes, lovely. So, put him under house arrest. So, he's like, less in prison and all of that business. Because I do not want him dying. If he dies before this war ends, that is literally a nightmare. Then I don't get Wessex and I lose Gwent. He must live. Wait, hang on. No, he's not. Sorry. No. Let's talk all about the things that John got wrong. That was backwards. It's if this guy dies. this guy dies No, this guy, it doesn't matter if he dies. I got that totally backwards. Oh, fine, just like kill him or something. Oh, no, ransom him. That's even better. Oh, yeah, 145 gold. You can actually go free. There you go. That's all lovely. And who are you, by the way? Why are you even here? And why do we care about your education? He's literally in prison. And there we go. Pile of money for releasing him. Yeah, sorry. Got that a bit backwards there. Any chance you're willing to, like, buy your, like, children or something? How much is this worth? 10 gold. I'll sell you prisoners for 10 gold a go. There's another victory. Up to 83%. And, okay, what's the easiest one to take down at this point? That's 1,300. Yeah, that's right. Pay all the flipping money. And possible to... Ooh, I'm ready to rank up. Yes, I'll rank up. Thank you. Ooh, level 2. So now I can spiritually guide people to get rid of vices, but also I can... Someone's actually just thrown this guy in prison. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Do we know who's actually thrown you in prison? Who threw you in prison? Norway! Well, let him out. He's very holy. So yeah, spiritual guidance is good, but I will say, as a woman who's 45, I could just straight up take a vow of celibacy. I mean, why not? I don't know what it does, but it sounds fun. I have decided to show my devotion to God by taking a vow of celibacy. That gets me monthly piety up +1, fertility down 1,000%, and yeah, similar people like me, I assume opposite traits like hedonist dislike me, and the Christian church opinion is +5%. Okay, monthly piety starts going up a fair bit higher. I'll take, well actually it's like 20% up. It's not that great really, but the risk of STDs is significantly reduced now. That's good. And we're up to, 99 cocking % again. It's fine, we're almost flipping there. One more, we'll have this. In fact, France isn't doing anything right now. France, would you like to, like, you know, go and deal with this, please? Yeah, France, go and siege this territory. Take out Somerset. Oh, and the White Stag might be around. Maybe I could be the person to finally actually bring it down. Because King John the Fat failed to ever see it. Iliad the Hunter saw it, but wasn't able to bring it down. Could Yuselass be the one to finally actually bring it down? Also, what happened to that illness I had? Like, I'm stressed right now, but, like, am I not ill? Do we just accept that, like, bleeding from the hands and feet is a thing that, like, I do? Because that doesn't seem normal. Oh, and Southampton has fallen. And with that, it's time. Offer peace, enforce my demands. Now, time to see if I'm right. Because if I'm right, then... There we go. Wessex has just moved over to Cornwall. Cornwall continues to expand. Oh yeah. Cornwall is expanding. The rebels are causing trouble all over the shop. The French will probably naff off at some point. In fact, guys, you can seriously stop now. We actually, we own that at this point. So that's lovely. That's absolutely flipping lovely. Time for these guys to be broken down as well. That's no special events. Absolutely fine. And the retinue, of course, can just naff off back to Devon to recharge up. There we go. I think France is heading home. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're making some good progress here. We're making some very good progress. Oh, but I think I've picked up a bit of threat. There's some defensive pacts being formed against me here, which might make expansion into Ireland a little bit more on the difficult side. And yes, indeed, the rebels are winning. They've got the troops to do this, damn it. Oh, this is so lovely. This is the loveliest thing right here. England is going to be ruled by an idiot who can't raise any troops. This is beautiful. How high is that threat, by the way? The threat is only 5.7%. Okay, and I can just send my Chancellor to go and sort that out if need be. Still, let us just enjoy the moment here. So, Duke Leo of Wessex now works for me. He does, however, consider himself powerful, so he probably needs to end up on the... Ooh, would you object to just being like the court chaplain? Because if you're willing to do that, you do have a decent enough level of learning, and honestly, that position like barely even matters. No, that's the one position I think he's not willing to go for. He wants an actual proper position. He's actually kind of terrible, which means I'd really like him more in the advisor role. But if he's in the advisor role, that means I need to find something for... Duke Caddock II is now officially called the Flipping Wicked. Right, well, just flipping marvellous. Right now, he's just an advisor. Okay, so I could move him over to... I could just move him over to Chancellor. I mean, he's okay at it. And he's not greedy. So his chance of embezzlement isn't spectacular. It'll mean my tax revenue will take a slight hit, but it's probably the better thing to do. And yet, don't fire him, otherwise there'll be like a 2-year cooldown where he won't be willing to do anything else. So, I'd like to change his position. Yes, I'd like to change him for... not Chancellor, no. Sorry, you're not willing to handle the economic business. You don't want to manage the treasury. You're only willing to accept Spy Master, Chancellor or Marshal. Oh, bloody hell. I'm really nervous about making him Spy Master. Alright. Intrigue of 10. And he does, like, occasionally cause... Oh, but... I think he might just need to be got rid of. Maybe we just basically get rid of him. He's 54. He's currently infected and one-handed. Maybe we just actually kick him off the council and replace him. Oh, I'm probably going to regret this, aren't I? This will change his opinion by -30. Honestly, that's not that much. Send it. Make it happen. That opens up an empty seat. And that empty seat is going to... Yeah. The Duke of Wessex. Welcome aboard. Who is... Oh. He's actually a loyalist because he loves me so much because I've just given him everything his little heart could ever desire. Oh, yeah. Oh, flipping yes. Except there could still be some rather fun little shenanigans here, which is, while this guy loves me, if he happens to, like, get sick and die, the former Duke of Wessex is still technically his heir at the moment. And that guy actually, weirdly, he doesn't hate me as much as I would have thought he did. He really should hate me a bit more than that. He's technically still the heir right now. But if he actually became the Duke of Wessex, he'd be the Duke of Wessex working for me, I assume. Yes, that probably makes sense. And you know what? I'm kind of... Oh, he's a little bit unhappy at this exact moment in time. Little bit Right, we might need to deal with the consequences of that sooner rather than later if he decides he's not happy with that situation. Or maybe we just... It might be time for this guy to just die, actually. Like, how easy would it be for him to die? Not easy. I've only got a base of 31 and, yeah, other dukes and mayors are going to take some bribing. Yeah, abandon that plot. We're just going to have to wait for natural causes to do that one. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I think that's enough for now. We have expanded the territory beautifully. Cornwall's getting mighty. And if we could just take this little bit of land over here, we've got ourselves... Oh, yes. Yes, actually. We do have... Wait. We've got the former Duke of Wessex just sitting... We could make him... Could we make him work for... We could probably make him work for us. We just have to give him some territory. And then, who's your heir? Wait, who would your heir be? I don't even know. Do you have... You've got some very young children. Right, well, this is fascinating. I've already actually got a claimant for this bit of England right in my court. So, well, I'm on the 10-year cooldown right now. But then again, if this guy gets replaced, which he will be, that's a new king I could immediately kick the ass off. Oh, that would just be flipping fascinating, wouldn't it? Yes! Yes, but the number of dukes working for me is starting to rise. And that means there's only so many positions on my council. This is going to start causing trouble. This is why the Empire plan needs to be enacted at some point. Because all these dukes can't fit on the council. And they're going to start having problems with me. Lots of problems. Potentially Caddock sooner rather than later. Next time, I think we might well go on that pilgrimage. Now I've actually taken the vow of celibacy. It seems like the right sort of thing to do. We will try and expand Ireland. And if we can, we'll be in a position to potentially start thinking about that empire. Together with figuring out the succession. In fact, who actually is the successor right now? Have I actually checked on that? Oh, it's Beloved of Mercia. Should it be Beloved of Mercia? I guess Beloved of... Yeah, Tanis Beloved of Mercia is actually okay. Tanis Beloved of Mercia is actually alright right there. And you don't actually hold anything right now. No, you don't. But you're alright. Next time, I think we'll begin by having a look-see at who exactly could be a better Tanist. Because I'm not sure he's necessarily the right choice. Though, he's also, of course, the heir for Mercia. So I could actually bring Mercia back under my direct control. But I don't want Mercia under my direct control. John, you can't have everything directly controlled. Oh no, this is going to get very, very interesting, very, very fast indeed. Yes, we will figure out these questions next time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd, and this has been Crusader Kings 2. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Wait, did people just vote out democracy? Hang on, what have you just done? Oh, go on, let's have the greatest Oktoberfest ever. Yay! Spain and Russia have announced a new alliance as a result of the warmongering of certain Central European countries. Oh, well, excuse me! My leader from now on, no weaklings will stand in the way of this country's path to glory. Oh god, Germany, not again!